All new Ram 1500 Rebel. We've been hoping, I guess is the right word, that Ram Trucks Australia would bring this model to our market, and it finally has. And the reason is not just because of what it looks like. So blacked out treatment, which Ram has told us its buyers want and its buyers like. Alloy wheels that are unique to this model. All-terrain tyres, which are important and a giveaway as to what the Rebel is all about, because underneath there is suspension that's focused more on off-road work. Now, you've seen the new Ram 1500 at Drive.com.au already, the inline 6-cylinder engine, all the power and all the facts and figures. You can go there and check that out if you like. But this is the new Rebel variant. Today, we're going to take a close look at driving on-road and off-road, because I suspect, as we've seen in the past, when you tailor the suspension to work particularly well off-road, you also get a little benefit on-road in that it's more comfortable and it deals with our shoddy road surfaces a little better. I suspect that might be the case. Let's find out. Pricing for the Rebel will start from $141,950 before on-road costs, and that asking price sets it on a line ball with the Laramie Sport, which is the more road-focused of the two. But there are subtle specification differences beside the off-road suspension. Rebel gets 32-inch Falcon all-terrain tyres, 18-inch alloy wheels, Bilstein off-road suspension, fender flares, underbody skid plates, an electronic locking rear differential, and better approach departure and ramp over angles. The Ram box tub is gone, so the Rebel focuses more on overall tray space, and that really works well if you want to load something like a dirt bike into the back. Inside, you get heated front seats, a panoramic sunroof, a 14.4-inch infotainment touchscreen, a digital instrument cluster, passenger touchscreen that the driver can't see on the move, and a quality 19-speaker Harman Kardon premium audio system. The other specification point that's important to note is payload, with Rebel getting an 893 kilogram rating, which is higher than either Laramie Sport or Limited. Now, first up, we took the Rebel off-road, and here's what we thought of it. It's actually significantly more impressive than you might have thought. These are big trucks, with a really long wheelbase. However, the 1-inch lift that you get through the suspension and the wheels and tyres might not seem like a lot, but it gives you a bit of added ground clearance, which, when you couple it with the capability, you've got low-range four-wheel drive, selectable drive mode. You've got a rear diff lock, so that means you've got real off-road capability. The course that we drove on was muddy, sloppy, with really deep ruts. So you got that cross-axle articulation, dropping a wheel in, the rear wheel on the other side is in, and you've got that situation where you could very easily get stuck. This Rebel just ate it up, loved it. So I think Ram targeting this particular variant at an adventurous buyer is a smart move, and it gives 1500 buyers who want to do a bit of off-road work an option beyond the road-focused models, but there's real capability there too. So if you're the kind of person who does a lot of off-road driving, long-distance touring for family buyers, you take the kids out, dirt bikes, mountain biking, that kind of thing, Ram Rebel is the one for you. As we know, the Hemi V8 is gone, and new Ram 1500 Rebel gets the inline 6 Hurricane twin turbo engine. It's only standard output. There is a high output available, but standard output comes in Rebel, and even that is formidable. 313 kilowatts and 635 newton meters ensure the Ram 1500 gets up and cranking swiftly and without any effort at all. First up, the engine. If you're lamenting the loss of the Hemi V8, when you get out on the open road, this inline 6-cylinder turbo is a monster. And it's worth noting that if you're trying to launch this thing on a slippery road, you want to be in four-wheel drive auto, because in two-wheel drive, it'll just light the rear tyres up. So the engine itself is fantastic, and engine note, soundtrack aside, the inline 6 is fantastic. The 8-speed automatic, same deal as that transmission in Laramie Sport and Limited. Very smooth, and it doesn't really matter whether you're pushing it hard, loading it up, or just cruising around like I am now. Very smooth. You barely feel it shifting. As I said before with this one, you've got low range, rear diff lock, off-road modes. So that's all off-road focused, and the other thing that's off-road focused is the suspension. So you do get that 1-inch lift, and that's between the Bilstein suspension and the wheels and tyres that give you that lift, a combination of the two. But what they do, and we've noticed this with things like Ranger Raptor and Silverado ZR2, is that the improvements that have been directed at off-road make a difference here on-road. So the Ram Rebel really rides quite nicely on the type of country B roads that you're likely to use if you buy this vehicle on the outer urban and rural areas. You're likely to drive on those roads most of the time, and this thing deals with them really, really well. It's comfortable right up to highway speed, so that's important if you do a lot of touring. So with all of that taken into account, when you factor in that these trucks are not cheap, they're an expensive investment, and Ram understands that. That's why Ram Trucks Australia has specified these to such a high level, so that they feel like a luxury experience. But when you factor it all in, the incredible amount of room in here, the comfort, the storage, the space, the fact that you can fit 5 adults in here in comfort, excellent engine, smooth gearbox, really good quality ride control and comfort on the road regardless of the road surface, the Ram Rebel really does make a lot of sense, not just for off-road buyers, but for those of you who do a lot of long-distance touring as well. And in fact, I think that now this one might be my pick of the range. Now, Ram Trucks in Australia is a fascinating story because this brand, this company, basically started the segment as we know it. The remanufacturing of these pickup trucks to right-hand drive specification, the level of engineering, the level of build quality, the attention to detail, and therefore the finished product. Now, in that time, Ram Trucks has offered numerous different variants to the market in Australia, even the crazy TRX, which surprised even Ram Trucks Australia in how popular it was in our market given the cost. So Ram has offered a number of different models, from price-leading models right up to more luxury-focused. And the other reason that it's fascinating is because there's a lot of standard equipment on vehicles like the Rebel for our market that are not standard in the United States. So Ram Trucks will tick that box, so it comes as standard equipment for us here in Australia. The dirt bike that's in the tray of this Rebel is no accident. That's a bit of a look at the kind of buyer that Ram Trucks thinks will look at the Rebel as a model variant rather than the Laramie Sport or the Limited, because you might want a little bit more of a lifestyle focus rather than, say, towing or long distance touring. You might be more inclined to be going off-road in it. Let us know what you think in the comments section below. This is a very, very good US pickup truck. What Ram's done to improve the way that it drives and handles off-road has also made it more comfortable, certainly on bumpier B road, country road type stuff on road. So I think it's a really good result either way. Don't forget to click on like if you've enjoyed the video. Hit subscribe so you stay up to date with all of our latest video content, and the full review of the new Ram 1500 Rebel is over at Drive.com.au.